It used to be that a criminal conviction in Indiana was permanent and forever. Thankfully, that's no longer the case these days. Hi, I'm Jack Razmich with Razmich & Associates, and today we're going to talk about Indiana's expungement laws. Indiana's expungement laws were rewritten in 2013 to allow for the possibility of expunging most offenses following a conviction in the passage of a period of time. Codified under Indiana Code 3538-9, there are 5 different sections or types of expungements available to people in Indiana. We're going to take a look at all 5 and discuss what's involved in each of those. A Section 1 expungement covers cases where charges were filed, but there was no conviction. Basically, a Section 1 expungement covers your arrest record. So if you were charged with a crime and that charge was later dismissed, or you're found to be not guilty after a trial, you would be looking at a Section 1 expungement. Section 1 expungements take the least amount of time before you're eligible for the expungement. It's 1 year from the date of your arrest before you qualify for an expungement under Section 1. Section 2 expungements are for misdemeanor convictions. So any misdemeanor conviction like a domestic battery or an operating while intoxicated or a shoplifting offense, that would fall under a Section 2 expungement. Section 2 expungements require that you wait 5 years from the date of the conviction before you're eligible to pursue the expungement. Section 3 expungements are for the old Class D felonies or the current, as of the filming of this video, Level 6 felonies. So those are going to be situations like operating a vehicle while habitual traffic violator, or a second theft offense, or a second DUI style offense. Section 3 expungements require that you wait 8 years from the date of your conviction before you're eligible to pursue the expungement. Section 4 expungements are for more serious general felony situations. We'll see a lot of possession or dealing of narcotics in Section 4. Section 4s require that you be 8 years from the date of your conviction and 3 years after you've completed all the requirements of your sentence before you would be eligible to pursue an expungement. Section 5 expungements are for the most serious types of felony offenses, including felonies that resulted in injury to another person. Section 5 expungements require that you be 10 years from the date of your conviction and 5 years after you've completed your sentence, plus there is the extra requirement that you have to have the actual permission from the county prosecutor to even file the expungement in the first place. So what types of offenses can't be expunged? Like everything in the law, the Indiana expungement statute does have limitations, and there are certain offenses that are not eligible for any type of expungement. First, any type of official misconduct conviction is not eligible for an expungement. That would be a situation where if you were an elected official and took a bribe, that would not be eligible for an expungement. Interestingly enough, if you were paying the bribe, that would be. However, this is not an endorsement to go out and actually start bribing elected officials. No sex offenses are eligible for the expungement statute. No people who are required to register as a violent offender under Indiana's Violent Offender Registry Act are eligible to have those convictions expunged. And any felony that resulted in death is not eligible for an expungement. Additionally, with the exception of Section 1, you are only allowed 1 expungement for your entire life. You can expunge your arrest record under Section 1 as many times as you need to, but if you pick up convictions, you are limited to just that 1 expungement. So if you get an expungement on January 1st of 2020, and on January 1st of 2021 you get convicted of a new criminal offense, that new criminal offense will be there forever. It will never be eligible for expungement. So what are the benefits of an expungement? Well, according to the United States Department of Justice, there are 790 consequences of a criminal conviction in Indiana alone. Those penalties and consequences can include the denial of employment, the denial of the ability to rent an apartment, and the denial of certain types of financial aid. An expungement is going to help you fix these things. Section 1, 2, and 3 expungements are permanently sealed. That means they're not going to show up on any type of background check performed by a private organization, such as an employer or a leasing agency. Section 4 and 5 do still remain public records, but those records are very clearly marked as being expunged. More importantly, any expungement order does authorize you under Indiana law to mark that you do not have any criminal convictions that have not been expunged on job applications, apartment applications, and financial aid applications. Finally, when you have an expungement, your civil rights are restored to you under Indiana law, which does include the right to own or possess a firearm or ammunition. So why should you hire an attorney to help you with this expungement process? Well, the first and most obvious answer is to make sure that it's done correctly. Attorneys have specialized training in how these petitions need to be prepared, filed, and sent to the appropriate parties. This is extremely important because if your petition is rejected because it's filed incorrectly or there's some sort of defect in it, that can delay the process of your expungement for up to 1 calendar year. You're not going to have that issue with an attorney. Additionally, an attorney probably can get this done for you much more quickly. As I mentioned a moment ago, all Indiana courts require electronic filing, so if you're not an electronic filer, you would have to create a profile, create a login ID, and follow the instructions. That's not to say that you're not capable of doing these things, but if you have someone that you know is going to be able to do it for you quickly, properly, without you having to put that effort into it, it makes sense to invest with an attorney to make sure that the job is done both quickly and correctly. Finally, an attorney might be able to get this done for you without you ever needing to leave your house. As mentioned again, all Indiana courts currently adhere to electronic filing guidelines. That means that electronic signatures are also a portion of this. It is very possible that an attorney can send you the petition to be signed electronically, get that back from you, get it filed electronically, and eventually get an order into your hand without you ever leaving the comfort of your own home. There aren't a lot of things about the practice of law that are particularly fun. However, working with people on expungements is about as close to fun in the law as you can get. When we help a person with an expungement, we're putting their past behind them permanently to where it can never affect them or bother them again, and we are in effect giving them a new start and a new future. These are probably the cases that I like working on most, just because it does give us that opportunity to help people put their past where it belongs. If you or somebody you know has been convicted of a criminal offense and you think that you might be eligible for an expungement, or if you just have further questions, please give our office a call at 317-983-5333 for a free case evaluation. That case evaluation is free. It will always be free. So the only thing that you're investing right now by picking up that telephone and setting an appointment is your time. That telephone number again, 317-983-5333, and I look very forward to the opportunity to speak with you. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe. If you really like this video, please consider sharing it on the social media platform of your choice. Here at Rasmussen Associates, we are lawyers ready to fight. The more eyes that we're in front of, the more people we're fighting for. The more people we're fighting for, the freer our society becomes as a whole. If you have questions, a comment, or just a topic that you'd like to see a future video on, please drop that down in the comment section. We do review those. We do even respond to them as frequently as we're able to. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.